Get started with a short statement about last week and then on to what's up with Toledo.
Yeah, I mean, Tulsa wasn't the result we wanted. Didn't play the way we wanted to play. Obviously, we want to play better in a non-conference. We're fighting for those edges of performance. But the great thing about it is this week we have an opportunity to start conference play against a very good Toledo football team, a team that we know and respect. We understand we have to be able to play our best this week to give ourselves an opportunity to have a chance to win. So Toledo is a great football team, really, really good in all three phases. Have a good offensive line, two really, really good quarterbacks, two really, really good running backs, wide receivers that can make plays, and tight ends that you need to make sure you account for them. And then defensively, they're always strong on the defensive line. Their linebackers play downhill and physical, and then they have great coverage on the back end. So we have a tremendous challenge this week. We understand the opponent. We respect the opponent. But we are certainly excited about the opportunity for us to have a chance to play better football. And for us, it's about us and our ability to execute at a higher level, especially offensively, and put ourselves in position to have a chance to compete at a higher level. So,
Coach, you emphasize with the guys the second season now begins Saturday.
Yeah, I think obviously there's disappointment, right, with how some of those last three games played out. But when they talk about their goals, they say they want to have a chance to compete for championships. Well, that starts this weekend. Whether we were 4-0 or 0-4, it wouldn't change one thing if you don't play the team in front of you. And we have a chance to play the reigning MAC champions. The first, our first MAC game is their homecoming game, which is great. It should be a great crowd. We don't shy away from that. We understand that stadium. We've been there. We played well there, and we want to put ourselves in position to play well this weekend.
Following Saturday's game, you guys weren't too sure who would be the signal caller moving forward. After a couple practices now, do you have a clear idea of who is suiting up down under Saturday, or is that something that you're continuing to evaluate?
Yeah, no, I think both quarterbacks really have practiced well. They've really been both engaged, really like the look in their eye, and we'll continue to evaluate the quarterback situation as the week goes along. But I was really pleased with the way those guys have come out yesterday and today from a practice standpoint. It's the most engaged they've been all season, in my opinion. And I say that because if you look at it, I think we have 9 turnovers on the season. 8 of them has come from the quarterback position. So, if you make a mistake, come back the next week and engage yourself so you can minimize those mistakes. So I was very pleased with how they both came out this morning, how they both came out last night. They had an energy about them, and they want a chance to prove themselves. So we'll see how the week progresses. But I'm very pleased with both those guys and how they've been practicing.
What has you confident that either or both of those guys are going to be able to do the things you mentioned and go out and give a performance more like what you guys expected?
Well, you build confidence from practice. And so, when I see the way those guys have attacked practice, that gives me confidence that we'll play better. And I think that's a critical factor in being better offensively. Is that's the quarterback position, and like I said, to me, I was very pleased yesterday and this morning with how these guys came in with the mentality of, I got to do my job at a higher level so everybody else can do their job.
Is it kind of a feeling for you during a game, which you may go to as a quarterback, doing how the game's going?
Well, obviously, you never want to switch quarterbacks. I mean, that's not ideal, but I mean, we in the process of trying to figure out a way to play better offensively. So I'm very confident with both those guys, and whoever gives us the best chance to win on Saturday will be the guy that goes out there.
Coach, I know the results from non-conference didn't go your way, but where do you see the growth in this team from the preseason camp to now you're heading into conference play?
Yeah, I think obviously I've been very pleased with our defense and how those guys have been playing. Right, it is much harder to fix a defense than to fix an offense. In offense, you are one play away, you're one block away, you're one long run away from the confidence necessary. Defense is obviously a lot more challenging to fix, and I think our defensive staff has done a phenomenal job. I think offensively, I think all the coaches are working to figure out a way where we can be more efficient and more effective offensively, and so you really one quarter, one play, one game away from really turning it on. So the thing I talk to our team about is that when the offense does start clicking defensively, you can't spring holes, right? Continue to play solid defense. We have to play better on special teams, and then our offense to get going at some point.
Coach, you mentioned the strength of the defense. They're ranked 24th nationally, third in fewest passing yards allowed. What do you think is the biggest reason for that defensive improvement this season?
Yeah, I think it's the players. I think those guys are playing extremely hard on defense. I think they plan for one another. They have a connection. They have a purpose. And to me, the way our defense has transformed, gives me confidence that our offense can do the same thing. And I think the players are really bought into being great on defense. It's the same guys that a lot of people said was a terrible defense. It just goes to show when you have a connection, you play together, you play for each other, you play for your brother, great things can happen. And I think they can continue to play better as the season goes along.
It's a little different feeling playing Toledo in the opener. I mean, I know that Thomas, it's been 22 years since you opened up against them, but could normally be playing later in the season.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's great. I mean, you playing a team that won the championship last year. And I think Ric Flair used to say to beat a man, you got to beat the man, right? And so right now they are the reigning champions, and we get an opportunity to go compete against them at their place. So, we're excited. We know what this game means as far as, conference implications. And so we got to find a way to play our best football on Saturday.
You're a big Ric Flair fan? Or?
I used to be. Yeah. Woo.
You've kind of touched on the special teams there. I mean, I know the offense has gotten a lot of attention, but you mentioned the special team struggles. How have you seen them approach fixing that? Is there like a through line you've seen that's just not clicking for you guys? It seems to be,
we haven't played totally bad on special teams, but we played inconsistent. We have a penalty, we have a long return, and then we got a penalty that takes us back. We put the ball on the ground on kickoff return. We shank a punt. We miss a field goal. I mean, it's just been sporadic, and we put a lot of time and emphasis on special teams. And Toledo has a great special teams unit. I mean, they got a guy that's the coordinator for special teams, so he spends a lot of time changing up looks each and every single week, presenting different challenges. So not only do we need to get better from a special team standpoint, but we also need to make sure we have an adequate plan for the opponent that we're about to play.
Toledo may be the best team you guys have faced so far this year?
I think they're a very good team. I think they probably have a couple injuries more than what they want at this point. So I'm not sure what type of team is going to come out there on Saturday. But this is a very good football team. I don't like comparing teams. I don't think that's fair. We respect Toledo. We understand the type of program they have. I think Coach Campbell does a great job with his team. You can see about the amount of depth that they have on their team. They lost their starting safety, the quarterback, and all these different guys step up. So they got tremendous depth in the program. And, we are excited about the opportunity to compete against them.
Coach, as someone who played in the program, now you're the coach, you talk about these rivalry games. What's the importance of it to you, and especially at this point in the season moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's, Toledo has always been the premier program in this conference, in my opinion. And Northern was the team that was trying to get over that hump. And so, that chip on our shoulder gave us an opportunity to compete against them. I remember, I think it was 2005 5 or 6 the first time Coach Novak beat them. We beat them in the Glass Bowl, and Garrett Wolf broke a 60-yarder to kind of seal the game, and what that meant for the program moving forward. So, you know, we understand this is it's like the Ravens and the Steelers, right? It's just you try to build your team to beat the team in your conference that you feel like is the team that's one of the top teams, and we've certainly tried to do that.
Justin Lynch, as a rusher, 8 rushes for 85 yards, broke one out on the right side to get in the end zone for a score. How valuable is it to have that versatility with the offense? And could we see Lynch, for example, assuming a larger role in the offense?
Yeah, I think it's always valuable, right? We were kind of, struggling with the run game. I thought Justin came in and provided an excellent spark, gave some different looks, gave some juice to the offense. And we'll continue to build on that each and every single week and see what gives us the best advantage to have a chance to have success on offense.
Any other questions for Coach Hammock? All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
With the player portion of today's press conference, we have Damon Taylor, defensive tackle, Deron Gilbert, linebacker, Grayson Barnes, wide receiver. Questions for these guys?
This one will be for Devon. So you're going into your last season of action. You start off with Toledo. What does this game and the importance of winning this game mean to you?
Well, it means a lot because obviously, we take this game very seriously as a rivalry, and we just want to go out there and compete and, bring home a win.
And then furthermore, for Deron and for Grayson, this is your first season coming into action. What are you most excited about playing in the conference and the different intricacies that it has?
Deron?
I feel like every game matters moving forward. We got to put our best foot forward. Obviously, the goal is a MAC championship, so it starts this week.
Yeah, he couldn't have said it better. It starts this week, and we want to be MAC champions. And every game means everything every week. So.
For any of you guys, does the start of conference play kind of feel like a new opportunity for you guys to reset after kind of a slow start for these first 4 weeks?
Yeah, definitely. For the offense, definitely. We've kind of taken a whole new mindset to the conference play and trying to slow things down a little bit and just play together and play for each other and come together as one.
Yeah, I definitely think that it lets us redefine who we are as a team and come out and play more as a unit. And I think that's the biggest thing that we've been missing. We've been a couple plays short where I think that the narrative will be a little bit different. So we're looking forward to getting out there and playing this weekend.
The same as them, especially just because the games previously, we did want to win those as well. But now we're into MAC championship play, and we definitely still got that in front of us, so we want to take advantage of that.
This one's for the defensive guys. We saw the defense get a couple turnovers last week, and going into a game like this on the road, how important is it to control the turnover margin?
Deron?
I think it's huge, just giving our team a chance to stay in the game. I think we're playing as a unit. We're playing for each other, and we're going to look to cause some more turnovers this weekend.
Damon?
I feel like Deron pretty much hit it on the head. what he said.
Another question for the defensive guys. You guys are ranked 24th nationally in defense and allowing the third fewest passing yards game in the country. What do you think you guys have improved upon the most, and how have you guys been able to do that?
Damon?
I feel like we got a lot better at communicating, talking. That way everybody know their assignments, what their alignment, everything, and just playing fast together.
I think that you can kind of see a lot of guys come down here. We watch a lot of film together. I think that pays off when everybody's on the same page and everybody can play fast and play physical. And when you know what's coming, it's kind of easier to make the plays.
Damon, Coach had mentioned the importance of the defense, how he's confident the offense is like, going to fix it, going to get going here, and how important it is for the defense to keep up that performance. How important has that message been to you guys? And I mean, I wanted to make sure that your performance stays consistent regardless of what the offense is doing.
I just feel like we just take it as we got to have each other's backs. The offense is struggling, defense got to pick it up. Defense struggle, offense got our backs. Special teams and so on.
Just, Daron, what has you confident about what you've seen out of his defense so far that it's going to be able to maintain going into MAC play here?
Like I said, I think that just being able to play as a sound unit, everybody's kind of been focusing on doing their 111, and that's like the biggest thing that we've been harping on throughout the whole season. And I know we're not perfect, and we're going to look to fix the corrections that we've messed up before. And like I said, it's a new chance for us to go out and redefine who we are as a team.
This is for Grace and Duran. Both you guys transferred in, and you're already seeing yourself pick up pivotal roles here as Huskies. How do you feel you've adjusted to playing here so far?
Jason?
Just diving into the playbook as soon as I got here in January and just learning as much as I can. They are putting me in a couple of different positions to whereas I'd like to say now I know the whole offense and I have a very good understanding of it. Just got to get out there and execute as a team.
Daron?
Yeah, the biggest thing coming in and really leaning on my teammates. They've been helping me learn and pick up the playbook, and obviously the coaching staff has been very pivotal and important to how I've transitioned to coming in here and being able to play right away. So that's the biggest thing.
And then I saw that you played safety at your last school. What would you say you can attribute the ability to switch positions to linebacker so quickly and effectively?
I would probably say my speed, being able to use that to my advantage, to where you kind of see things, and I know like I could trust myself to be able to make the play. That's the biggest thing, and obviously being able to drop back in coverage also helps out a lot.
When Coach was in here earlier, you equated this game to Ravens Steelers, where it's a game where you're trying to be the team in your division. It's a rivalry not based on so much geographic proximity, just a team that is as good as you, and you're trying to contend with them for a division title. So what's it like to immediately step into conference play against the team that won the division last year, in a game where traditionally has gone a long way to deciding who wins this division?
Damon?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What's it like for you guys to know you're starting conference play against a division rival in a game where typically the winner of this game has gone on to win the division to go to Detroit and play the MAC championship game?
It's definitely big, just because this rivalry goes back for years before me even being here, and just picking up that tradition from the guys before me, and seeing how they take this game very seriously, and just because like whoever wins this game has a shot to go to the MAC championship and win it all. It's just good.
Daron, what have you learned about the Toledo?
Obviously coming in here, I didn't know too much, and obviously I learned a lot quickly as soon as I found out Toledo was on the slate this week. And you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And right now they're the best last year, so we're going to really take pride in going out there and playing a physical game and bringing home a win.
Yeah, and just like Daron, coming in, didn't know a whole lot, and I've learned a lot just past 2 days on them. And I think it's a great opportunity for us to kind of restate who we are and what we can do as an NIU team.
And then Grayson, what do you guys think you need to improve upon most on the offensive side of the ball so you can get that first win in conference play and kind of get some momentum going?
Just communicating and playing together as one. That's kind of been our main big focus this week. Is Coach Hammock said in a meeting yesterday that the defense is playing for each other and playing as one and always on communicating and knowing each other's assignments. And so we're trying to pick up on them and their success and kind of bring that over to the offense.
And then on the flip side of that, are there any positives that you can take away from these last few games that you guys are looking to continue in these upcoming games?
Who's that for?
For Grayson.
Yeah. I think definitely towards the end of Nebraska game, we drove down the field quickly and just kind of our quick passing game and was executing and just doing the simple stuff good, doing the simple stuff easy. So just continuing to do the easy stuff.
All right, any other questions for this group? All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.